everyone, it's Imogen and welcome back to Colouring Kid. In today's video I wanted to share the pictures that I've completed during the month of August. I have to say I haven't done too many. I've had quite a few whips that I've kind of been steadily working on. Some I haven't worked on at all, but I've had a couple of things to finish for school. So I had my Joker project, which I have now finished, and I will do a separate clip showing that because the book is too big to get in frame for you. I've had a music composition to complete, and generally with being away on holiday and seeing people and going to different places, I haven't had that much time. So I've actually only completed 5 pictures, but I've got quite a few other things to show you as well. So let's just get started. So the first things I wanted to show you were the pictures that my mum completed. So she didn't complete this one for August in time for me to show you for the video because I filmed my July completed, oh hang on, I'm going to go through these now. Yeah, my July completed pages, I filmed that before I went away, so I didn't have time to, we didn't have time to do this before we filmed it. So I absolutely love what she did with this one. So this was done, I think she used Holbein's for all of it, and then went over with a Wink of Stella, and also, well actually it wasn't Wink of Stella, it was the Spectrum Nail Glitter pen, but it's still the same thing basically, and also my gold Jelly Roll pen. So that's what she used for that, and I really love that one, and that's the first one she's done in pencils I think, and she really enjoyed doing it because I didn't take my watercolours with me on holiday. But yeah, she did that one. And then the other day she did this one. Sorry, one of the cables has just dropped. But so yeah, this is the mushroom one, which was one of my personal favourites to draw, and one of her favourites I think, because she absolutely loves mushrooms and so do I. So she used the De Laroni watercolours, I think it's the 24 set, and I really like this one as well, and I really like the colour palettes that she's chosen for each individual mushroom. And I think overall I've done about 3 of these sorts of style of drawing for her. So where there's 4 small things to colour. So I'm not sure if this is the first or second one that she's done of these, I can't remember, but yeah, they're the 2 that I've got to show you. So that mushroom one was for September. So sorry if you can hear the beeping, the washing machine's just gone. But yeah, I just wanted to show you my tungsten Cade whip. It's nothing special, I haven't done too much since, but I have worked on it a tiny bit. I have to say I haven't been working on it too much, but I've just done a bit more of Lumiere, and I actually went to an art shop in Bath when we were going to see my grandparents, and I picked up a Pick pen. So I was requested, or not requested, basically I got a suggestion from Tammy George to get a Pick pen because it's much quicker and easier than using my white ink, and whilst I love using the ink for the outlining, it is quite a long process. So I wanted to try one of these out to see if it was similar to it, and it is amazing. So I'm planning on hopefully getting a couple of the other thicknesses. This one is quite a big one. It's 2.5 I think. I'm not sure exactly what that relates to, but it's not fine by any means. This is the biggest one you can get I think, and the reason I got it was because when I was testing them out it seemed the most opaque, and I'm not sure if they differ in terms of how they lay down and stuff, but there's a brush tip one that I do want to get, and another bullet tip one. So this is a big bullet tip. So yeah, I would like to get the other ones, and they have them on cult pens I think, so if I find that I'm really enjoying using it on this, I will definitely be getting those. So thank you so much Tammy for the suggestion to get those, and I did eventually get around to getting one, so they are great. But yeah, with this I've just continued working with my Prismacolors and Holbein's mainly for this page. So that is the small progress that I've made in that book. Okay, next I have a picture from the Art of Nature colouring book, which was very kindly sent to me by Sue Wilkinson, and along with this book she sent me the black edition pencils. Now these are a 36 set of Faber-Castell pencils, and they are amazing because you can colour on black or white paper. And I first wanted to, well, I've already done a picture with them, but I wanted to try them in this book, seeing as she got me both of them. And she said that the paper in this book could be kind of temperamental, and the paper in 100 Hugs for me, because it's paperback paper and it's not colouring book paper, that is quite hard for me to colour on sometimes, but I tend to use Prismacolors in there. I mean, I had no problem with it for my using the black edition pencils, but I really enjoyed colouring this page. So I haven't actually put tabs on any of my pictures, which probably wasn't the best idea, but oh well. So yeah, this one is the Seahorse, as you can see, and I used all of the black edition pencils, not all of the colours. Obviously I think I only ended up using about 6, but I was really happy with how this came out. And I believe I used a Prismacolor blender a tiny bit as well, but it was mostly just the pencils, and I layered them quite a lot, and I was really happy with how it turned out because I was trying to make it look quite realistic, and I'm really pleased with the outcome. So it was really fun using this paper, and I really love this paper actually. It's quite smooth and it is fairly thick. I mean, it's not the thinnest. The problem I think that she was mentioning was that you can see the images on the opposing sides. So whilst it's not as thin as Creative Space paper by any means, but it's got a lovely cream colour to it. And I have not seen many people colouring in this book on YouTube, so it's definitely a book worth getting, because you can do so many different things with it. You can, you know, practice colouring certain fruits and vegetables, because they have some in the front of the book, and then there's loads of animals and other things to colour. So it's absolutely beautiful, and it's got a very vintage style to it. I really, really love it. So thank you so much, Sue, again for those lovely gifts, and I really enjoy colouring with these, and I will be using both these a lot. Okay, so next is a picture from Midnight Masquerade, and I showed this book, or as I was flipping through it when I was doing my how to pick a page video. So I was going through and I kind of talked through how I pick a page, and I think I ended up picking one of the pages that I did colour. So it was this one. So I did the Masquerade mask, and I have just realised that I've forgotten to see the hashtags that I did for the Art of Nature one. So sorry, there were quite a few what's it called, like sea life hashtags this month. So I participated in, let me have a look, Under the Sea, hosted by Julia13.tz, the Ocean Colour Along, hosted by Nelly_painting, what else we got, and Summer 2020 Colour Along, hosted by Mangio Libri. I think that counts because it's, you know, summery. But yeah, those were the hashtags that I participated in. And this one, for the Midnight Masquerade page, was for the August Ball Colouring, hosted by Kat Kylo Coutures. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. And I think that's it. But it was really fun because it was, you know, a ball and masquerade, they go really, really well together. So yeah, I went with this page because it was quite a simple one, but it still took me a bit of time. It took me about 2 hours or so one night. So for this page I used Prismacolor. Oh no, I have a feeling I didn't. Oh no, I did use Prismacolor for some bits, and Holbein. And I think that was about it. And then for all of the gel pens and things, I used a Pentel Hybrid Dual Metallic, especially for this turquoise glitter on the outside. So this was the blue one with the greenish glitter, I think. And then I also used a gold metallic jelly roll, my pearlescent liquid acrylic by Daleroni, and I have a feeling that was it. But it was really fun just having a minimal colour palette and playing around with the colours. It was really, really fun, and you know, it was quite a simple one, but I've listed all of the colours and things that I use so that I can remember them, so when I eventually get around to this page I will be able to do the same colours. But it's really fun doing this Masquerade mask, and I actually searched up masks from Romeo and Juliet, things like that, just masquerade masks in general, and came up with a mask quite similar to this. So that's kind of where I got my inspiration from, and it was really, really fun doing that. So I've only done one other picture in this book, which is this one. So yeah, this is quite a new book to me as well, so I'm really pleased that I've managed to get 2 pictures done on it already. So that's Midnight Masquerade. Sorry about that, so I just had to stop the video there because I realised I've got another page to show you, and then I will carry on with the other pictures. So this is from the Timeless Beauty special by Colouring Heaven, and the illustrations are by Momo Girl, and I was very generously sent this from Susie, and I coloured, where is it? Here we go. I coloured this one. So I used the markers for this page, and I had so much fun playing around with them because I was wanting to do a page in here for the Get Your Colouring Heaven on, hosted by Colour and Chat with Sammy, and so yeah, I had to get this one. So it's very simple initially. I just did the background and things like that. My favourite bit about this page is her dress, so I tried really hard to do some blending, and I used a mixture of Copics and my new markers, the 80 set that I've got. Well, they're not really that new anymore, but yeah, I had so much fun doing this, and I really like the pale shades. I feel like I've kind of messed up with the grass because I didn't really have a pale green colour, so I kind of had to go for this lime green colour, which wasn't my favourite, but overall I had so much fun doing this, and as you can see they did bleed right through, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was fun experimenting with a different medium for once, because yeah, usually I stick with pencil, but I do use marker quite a lot, and this was an awful picture that I did ages ago, and I completely messed it up because I really didn't know what I was doing with markers, so I kept streaking here and getting big splotches of colour. It was absolutely terrible, but I was really pleased with the skin, and so yeah, I did the skin with pencil. I think I followed Sammy's skin for Holbein. But yeah, it was really fun to come back to this and just play around with markers a bit. So yeah, that's that page. So now we'll continue with the other pages as normal. So I actually did 6, but I didn't mark that one down because it was a quick one that I did. But the next page is from Worlds Within Worlds, and this was for the Dinosaurs in August colour along hosted by Effie Colours, and as you know I absolutely love her colour alongs, and this one was no exception. It was great to again get out of my comfort zone and colour something that I wouldn't usually do, and I finally broke into this book because I've been wanting to colour a page in this for a long time, and I do want to get round to doing the apple page that my mum picked out, this one. But obviously because it was the dinosaur colour along, I decided to go for the first proper page in this book, which is this one. So this one took me quite a long time, but I had a helping hand from a pencil blend, which I've mentioned in a few videos now. So this is the Zest It pencil blend, which basically breaks down the pigment, helps them to blend, and it smells of oranges and lemons as well, which is always great. So it's used to blend colour pencils, wax pencils and oil pastels. So it's absolutely amazing. I really, really love it, and it really helped speed up colouring the bigger areas, especially when it came to the background and the actual Stegosaurus, because I was still layering a lot because I was wanting to get desired colours and things like that, but when it got to a certain point where there's such big areas, it was taking such a long time, and so I decided to use the Zest It because I don't usually use it on books, but I wanted to test it out and see if it would bleed through. And it didn't. It was absolutely amazing, and because it's oily I was worried that if I used too much it wouldn't work. So what I did was I used a cotton bud and wetted it. Well, actually no, I didn't. I got a cotton ball and used a pipette and put a few drops of the Zest It blend onto it. Then I put a cotton bud into it and then blotted it before I used it, because then it would still be really oily just from the tiniest bit. So I only used the tiniest bit. So I pretty much used the Zest It for everything. Well, not all of it. Mostly the Stegosaurus, the background, the trees and the ground here. So for this page I used Prismacolors and a few polychromos, and as I said, it did take me quite a while, but apart from that I used Jelly Roll Glaze, a Uniball Signo Silver, a Gold Jelly Roll Metallic, a Uniball Glitter Silver pen, and down here on the mini dinosaurs, I guess, I was trying to make them look like velociraptors, but I also used some more of my pearlescent liquid acrylic and then a white jelly roll. So what I was trying to go for this page was a sunset, but I wanted it to be a really bright sunset versus the ones that I've done before, say in my Clara Markova book, because I really wanted to get the feeling of a Jurassic period, because it reminded me of Jurassic Park so much. So I wanted to make it look quite ancient, I guess, with some of the more muted colours, you know, in terms of the browns and things. So I drew the sun here and then I gradiated it into the orange and red hues. So for the background and also for the trees and the Stegosaurus and also the ground, I did a base of chalk pastel and then I went over with pencil. So that really helped to speed up the process as well. So that was the two, they were the two things that I did on this page. I used the chalk pastel as a base, then went over with pencil, and I also used the Zested blend, and that really made it a really fun process. And obviously it's a very detailed page, so it made the details fun. So because of this page, I've actually picked up Mythomorphia and Imagimorphia at the Works for £5 each, which is such a great deal. And yeah, I can't wait to get stuck into those. So these tiny dinosaurs down here, I wanted to make them look like Blue from Jurassic World. So Blue is the velociraptor who befriends one of the main characters. And yeah, so I made them all look like her. So she kind of has a blue strip down her back, and so yeah, I kind of wanted to replicate that on all the dinosaurs. But yeah, I absolutely love this page, and I never thought that with details like this I could enjoy the page as much as I did, because when I used to colour pages that were really detailed, I would always enjoy them, but there was some part that I would kind of just rush it at the end, and I didn't. I tried not to. I just really, really enjoyed the process. So yeah, I had so much fun doing this one, and it was great to participate in Effie's colour along. So yeah, that's that page. So I can't wait to do more of Kirby's work. I also know that he's coming out with a new book, Fragile World, in February 2021, I think. So I can't wait to get that one. But yeah, that's probably the most detailed page that I did this month, and it didn't necessarily take me the longest, but it did take quite a while. So next is a page from Ferry Celebrations. So I have one completed page and I've got one whip in here at the moment. So I can't remember. Oh, I've forgotten another colour along for the Midnight Masquerade. So we've got the Carls and Karen and Kubikowska colour along hosted by Shades of Pure Joy for the Masquerade mask that I did. So for this one, what do we have? I did the Summer 2020 colour along again. So this was the Mangia Libri one, and also Colour Me a Fairy House hosted by Passionista Colorista, and also the Colour in a Bottle hosted by Eretic_Arcus, and now I'm saying that wrong, I apologise. The dinosaur picture was also for the backgrounds colour along hosted by Colouring Diary 1603. So sorry, I always forget to mention them, but I really want to give credit to those people who have come up with colour alongs. So let me find my picture that I actually completed. Here we go. So this was the first picture that I completed in the month of August. So I was working on this for quite a while. I started it when I was on holiday in Devon, and I finished it I think I finished it when I was on holiday there. And So for this page I was using my Arteza pencils quite a lot because I just recently got them, and so I used them for the leaves and the bee. What else? I think that was pretty much it because I'd already started this page. Oh, I used them for the daisies as well and the honeycomb, but the other bits were Polychromos pencils, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it, and a few Prismacolors and Holbeins here and there. So for the background, I know I used Prismacolors because I was wanting to get it quite light and smooth. I used lots of different gel pens. So I used a clear Jelly Roll sparkly gel pen, a gold Jelly Roll metallic gel pen, a grey glaze for the Ladybird, and also a clear glaze for the bottle, or the jar I guess, but I'm still counting it for the colour along. A white Posca. What else do we have? Oh, and a yellow glitter gel pen for the kind of draping bits on the honeycomb, and also a white Jelly Roll pen. So I think that's pretty much it. I used quite a lot on here because I always like to. But yeah, this page did take quite a while, and I was working on it in stages, so it did take me quite a while, and I do really like how it came out, but I wouldn't say it's one of my absolute favourites that I've coloured in this book. But to be honest, with this book I'm trying to really enjoy every page that I am colouring, and you know how they come out, so I did still really like how that one came out. And then the whip that I have, is not that one, that one's finished, is this one. So I haven't done any more of this page since I did the family colouring chat with my cousins, which was on Sunday, and it's currently, no hang on, I did that on Saturday. It's currently the 28th of August, because as I mentioned I'm going away, so I filmed this early. So for this I used Arteza for this coral, which was what I was doing on the colouring chat, and I've used Prismacolor for this shell because it's exactly the same as the shell I did for my colour along, which was the picture that I just showed here. So they're exactly the same as the snail shells, except I didn't do the flicking motion because I wanted it to be smooth. I've used Holbeins for the sand and the sea background, and then we have Holbeins for this shell. This is my favourite part of the page so far. And then Holbein and a few Polychromos for the houses. So I'm really liking how this is turning out so far. I kind of like the realistic look of the shells mixed with the other colours. So I'm looking forward to finishing this one off. So I'm taking this book and Ivy and the Inky Butterfly away with me on holiday with my grandparents. So I'm not sure how much time I'll get to colour, but I'm hoping to get this one done and maybe, or hopefully just get close to finishing this one and maybe another page in Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. So yeah, that's what I've done in Ferry Celebrations. And again, Clara Markova's coming out with a new book, so she's also coming out with another colouring surprise. So if you go onto her website, claramarkova.com, she has information about the new books. She hasn't revealed anything about the secret one, and she hasn't revealed the cover yet, but she has put a place where they will go. So yeah, head on over there and you can read a bit about them. So I'm first going to show you the old pages that I did in my first copy of Ivy, because I have coloured one page in this and I've still got my whip. So I haven't finished this one yet. So the Wonder Room is taking me a lot longer than I expected. I've kind of moved on from it. I don't really mind. I'll come back to it as and when I want to. But this is the page that I did first. And this is what I was kind of talking about with rushing double spreads. So I did kind of rush this towards the end and I really just wanted to get it finished. Hence why some of the things I'm not, you know, very happy with. So there were quite a few changes that I wanted to make with this page. And those changes I've started to do with my new copy. But I have actually completed this page in my new copy and started this one only a tiny bit. But as you can see, this butterfly is mainly blue, green, gold and purple, and it's very different from my new copy. I've done this same effect, which was a video that I saw colouring Francis do, so I did it slightly differently, but it's kind of meant to look like fairy dust and I absolutely love it. And then for this page I really wanted to change how I coloured it, because for this, as you can see, I just used one colour. I just used blue. I used multiple different blues, but it's just blue. And I'm probably not going to do a pastel background because I wasn't too fond of the gradient. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet for the background. I might just colour it and then leave it and see if I want to add one. So what I've done in my new copy is the colours I've used for the butterfly I'm transferring over to this page. So I'm going to show you that now. So I'll show you my Wonderland page first. Okay, so this is the whip still going on. So I was continuing this when I was on holiday. I really didn't get that much done, so I kind of left it, came back to it. I've put lots of bases of fine liner down on various things, but as I said, I'm kind of just moving on from this, coming back to it when I want to, not really fussing about it, because at the end of the day it's a really detailed page and I want to do my best work, so I don't want to be just rushing through it and not enjoying it. So I've moved on to these pages. So just take this away. So this is my new butterfly. So it's based on the colour palette that I've done for the other pages, and I'm really, really proud of this. I was so worried about this page because it's kind of one of the most, you know, special pages in the book because it's the butterfly. So I had to get it just right, and I am really pleased with it. So for this page I used Polychromos pencils, and then for all of the glitter I used a Uniball silver glitter gel pen, and I also used my gold jelly roll. So instead of filling in all of the gold outlines, I decided to just outline the outlines so that it wasn't, you know, too much glitter. So I think that it's kind of got the right balance, and in the light it hits it really, really nicely. Oh, I've forgotten to put silver on the other antennae, but I'll have to do that in a minute. But yeah, so I did that, and then for the fairy dust underneath I used chalk pastel in yellow, and I also added a slightly darker one, and then I used a white gel pen for little kind of stars, the gold jelly roll, the Uniball glitter gel pen, and also a Uniball, no, I just said, sorry, the Uniball gold and then the jelly roll gold. So quite a few things for this, but yeah, I'm really, really pleased with how this one turned out. And the blending is quite difficult, going from blue to purple and then purple to orange. I also used fine liner for these dark orange bits. So the orange here, where I've gone over and shaded with purple, and the darker orange bits here and here, yeah, all had a base of orange fine liner, and then I went over with the purple colours, and I really like that colour as well because it's kind of in the middle of the purples and the yellows, so it gives another colour, because I was kind of getting stuck, oh god, you know, what should I do, because it was getting a bit too yellow down at the bottom of the wings, so I needed something else. So yeah, that's that, and then I've just started this page. So what I'm planning on doing is doing all of the framing in the blue, and then all of the bits in it doing the other colours, so purple, orange and yellow. So yeah, I haven't done much for that, as you can see, but that's all I've done for this. So I am now going to do a clip sharing my Joker project. So they're all of the coloured pages, but yeah, I will now show you my project. Okay, so I'm now going to show you my project that I finally completed. So this is the Joker project that I was doing for art. So it's on A3 paper, and this is the De La Roni Smooth Heavyweight paper. And I'm just going to need to take it out of the frame. so that I can flip it over. So this is my final project. So I think last time I showed you I maybe only had the first half done and some of the red and blue maybe, but yeah, as you can see I've now finished it. So this was all done with coloured pencil, so it was Prismacolor and a couple of Holbein, and then for the background I used chalk pastel, my Rembrandt ones in about 5 different colours I think. I wanted colours that would tie in with the other colours on the page, so obviously there's blue in the eye and blue here, there's green in the hair, so I kind of wanted to tie those together. So I did do some tests for the background as well. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So it took me a while, I'm very proud of it. And yeah, I have to give it in at the beginning of school. So that is the project. And then in my book I had to do some analysis and stuff on it. So previously I had done these planning bits, which I already talked about in one of my other completed pages videos, but I have now done this page today. So I had printed everything out before, and then I did this colour pencil palette today because my teacher said it was a really good idea to show your process of layering and how you got to the colours, so that's what I decided to do. And so yeah, I did the different kind of pencil palettes and showed what colours went into it. I did the colours that I used for the background, and then all of these progress pictures, and just talked a bit about them. So this was the original picture that I put together. So they were 2 separate photos, I put them together, and then yeah, this is my final piece. The only thing which I might do, which I will check with my teachers, I was going to put this, with this double spread, a big picture of the original photo and then a big picture of mine, or a picture of the backgrounds, which I do have because I did do a bit of a background test but I only did one. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's my project. I'm really glad to have it done because it was kind of on my mind all the time that I needed to get it finished, but in a way it was kind of just like a big colouring page. So that's everything that I've got to show you for this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for watching. Everything will be down below as usual, all my links, and yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.